Nobody stole your childhood. You gave it away because someone had to. And here's what psychology says happened next. The moment a child decides to become responsible before they're ready, something shifts in the brain, not dramatically, quietly, like a door closing in a room you didn't know you needed. If you grew up managing adult emotions, keeping the peace, being the mature one, this video will explain something about you that most people in your life have never understood. And once you understand it, a lot of your adult struggles will finally make sense. Psychologists call it parentification. It's not a diagnosis, it's a pattern. When a child is consistently placed in an adult emotional role, comforting a parent, managing household tension, suppressing their own needs to keep others stable, the brain adapts. And that adaptation, it follows you for decades. But here's where it gets deeper. The brain of a child is still developing its emotional regulation system, the part that learns how to feel, process, and release emotions safely. When that brain is forced into early responsibility, it skips steps, not because it fails, because it prioritizes survival over development. Research suggests that children who take on adult roles early begin to form a self-concept built entirely around usefulness, around being needed, around function, not around identity, not around joy. So as an adult, you became incredibly capable and quietly empty. You handle crises better than anyone in the room, but the moment someone asks what you need, you go blank. That's not a character flaw. That's an incomplete emotional education. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. The reason you struggle to receive love is because you were never taught how. You were taught to give it, to manage it, to sacrifice for it. But receiving it, sitting still while someone takes care of you, that feels dangerous. Psychology suggests this is called insecure attachment, when the nervous system associates vulnerability with risk, when asking for help feels like weakness, when depending on someone feels like a trap. You don't push people away because you're cold. You push people away because closeness was never safe enough to practice. You are not broken. You are not emotionally unavailable. You are not too independent or too guarded. You are someone whose nervous system learned to survive in conditions it should never have faced. Psychology doesn't call that damage. It calls that adaptation. And adaptation, unlike damage, can be unlearned. One thing that helps: practice receiving without explaining. When someone does something kind, don't immediately deflect, minimize, or return the favor out of guilt. Just say, "Thank you," and let it land. That discomfort you feel in that moment, that's not ingratitude. That's your nervous system encountering something it wasn't trained for. Do it anyway, repeatedly. That's how the brain rewires. You've spent years making sure everyone else was okay. It's not weakness to finally ask, "What about me?" That question isn't selfish. For someone like you, it's the bravest thing you'll ever say. If you find value in understanding how the mind works, subscribe to Mind Gap.